In the month of December, I did something I've never done before, and that is be kind. So let's rewind a little bit. So if you've been following me in the month of December, I did 25 random acts of kindness, and it was inspired by randomactsofkindness.org. Now, of course, I'm kind to my neighbors and kind to my friends and my loved ones, and to the occasional stranger, of course, unless they really upset me. I'm a really nice guy. But I did something specifically that I've never done before, which is made a point to be kind every single day for the month of December. And I documented the journey here on YouTube as well as on my TikTok and Instagram. So where every single day I did a random act of kindness. Came up with this idea mainly because December, it's the holiday season. We're staying at home and sometimes we get complacent with the things we do. So I wanted to kind of challenge myself to get out and meet new people, do new things, and just be kind. And I figured December was a great time to do it. It was things like buy a coffee for a stranger, place random dollar bills in a dollar store, make sandwiches and give it to the homeless, leave a happy note for a stranger, and a lot more. So check that out if you haven't already. But I learned a lot, and there's actually 5 things in particular I wanted to mention. Number 1, doing these random acts of kindness. You don't understand how much opportunity is out there to be kind in a world that is really not all, but mostly negative. Everything from the things we watch on our phones to news, we're getting fed a lot of negative information. People who are struggling out there don't need more of that. They need quite the opposite. And that's where you can come in and be kind. So just having the mindset of just doing something kind every day and making a point, as if like you brush your teeth, you do something kind. You go out of your way to do something kind. And I did that for the whole month of December, and it made me feel really good. And I know it made other people feel good as well. The second thing I learned is practicing gratitude is not something I typically do a lot of. So identifying what I have in my life and that I'm very fortunate, whether it's small or big, just being grateful for what you have. Because when you start doing these random acts of kindness to, whether the homeless population or people that aren't as fortunate as you start to understand how good you do have it. That really opened up my eyes a lot for the month of December. The third thing is showing appreciation. A lot of these challenges like bringing baked goods to the fire station, doing something for my neighbor, even when they didn't ask me to, showing your appreciation without expecting anything in return, not only makes you feel good in your heart, soul, but a lot of these people, especially first responders, and a lot of those people don't get appreciation as much as they deserve. So this is where we have to pick up humanity a little bit, and we have to identify that and do what we can to show our appreciation. Another thing I learned and I did was practicing forgiveness. We always say that's a mantra of ours usually, right? Like, oh, I forgive you, no worries. But we don't usually mean it sometimes. And, I really wanted to spend this month not only doing kind things for other people, but I also wanted to practice some forgiveness for maybe friends that I haven't talked to in a while for whatever reason. I wanted to reach out to them, whether it's FaceTime or just sending them random gifts, whatever I could do to lighten my load a little bit and just forgive. And that was very beneficial to me. And, the last, definitely not limited to, final thing was being patient and understanding. Specifically when we were building like a cart for delivery drivers and we're making signs and buying some snacks and bottled water for them, I found myself kind of like thinking, oh, this is taking forever. What am I getting out of it? And then I caught myself and I'm like, this is the problem. This is what we always think. We always think, what are we getting out of it? But it allowed me, by doing these things and just kind of getting the reps in, it allowed me to really practice patience and understanding and to know that I'm doing this to help someone else. And that's going to take a lot of practice. And I need to be patient and I need to take my time and I need to really make sure this is something that's going to benefit someone else. The love and care that you put into one thing is going to be tenfold what that person receives. And, this can develop compassion and understanding with other people. But, overall, this act of kindness challenge that I did for myself, when I got done with it, I realized that it's not so far-fetched. Right? Like I treat it as if I was doing something out of the normal. And that's kind of weird because all the things I was doing didn't cost a lot of money. It wasn't a lot of work and it didn't take a lot of my time, but I thought of it as doing something incremental. And then by the end of this video, I realized this is things I should be doing anyway. We all should be doing. We should be kind and do these types of things on a daily basis. It shouldn't be a challenge that I do, or it shouldn't be a video I make. It should just be something that is the norm. And that's why I think more and more that we do need to make kindness the norm. But I hope this motivates some of you to do something similar. Again, I'll leave everything in the episode notes below where you could find the playlist of all the different videos I did along with the challenges. So if you want to maybe do this yourself, It could be a couple days, a month, or it could just be 1 month in particular. But I hope you got value out of this, and I wish you nothing but kindness and love in the new year. And until next time, we'll see you soon. Peace. Oh, hey there. First of all, thanks for making it to the end of this video. Not a lot of people do, according to the YouTube analytics, but I do want to say thanks for listening to this. There's some more episodes if you want to check those out, and they're all just as good. But if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Check out those timestamps below to reference some of the topics I talked about, as well as some discount links to some of our sponsors and affiliates. But thanks for listening to this episode, and we'll see you next time.